there's while OBS is reconnecting, I'll give you a chance to try to find it. Oh, okay, it reconnected.
I mean, I looked at Queen G5, but I'm not sure. I don't
Bishop
think
D1, guys.
Bishop D1. Wait, oh.
It's a Hans Niemann type
That's
move.
crazy.
Yeah, players like that they find not just Hans, but like other creative players. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying it as a compliment.
No, but if you see it, you play.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But Irina thought for a long time, didn't find it. Yeah, and then basically she got a little bit of a worse position, and so I feel like this decision was a little bit based on not wanting to go for this slightly worse endgame. So she decided to go for this imbalance, which at some point it was kind of working in her favor, but then I guess I will not go through it, and just in case she'll want to show you the game. So I'll probably leave it for you for you to figure out later on.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think she.
Actually, can she save this though? That's the question. I mean, is there a chance it could be a fortress? I don't know. I guess the problem is a6, b6 is like the issue, and it might be lost actually. But we'll see.
I mean, there's always chances. Like,
there's always chances.
Her
but
game with Evan yesterday was pretty crazy, and she came back after like knight c5.
But Grant is stronger.
Is bishop takes a5 so stupid? And just fortress?
Well, I doubt there's a fortress. There's still a pawn on the board, but somehow I kind of doubt it.
How does it work?
No, king gets in somehow, and then the queen blockades. I don't know. It seems like it should be winning. Too many weak squares, and the pawn is kind of far away.
I guess I wouldn't even push e4 though.
Well,
Keep it on e5 and then.
yeah, I don't really believe. I'm like Magnus. I don't believe in fortresses.
That's fair.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Let's see how Mikola Bortnik and Joseph is. Let's see how this game ended in the draw. Our leaders in the tournament. So that means that is not fortress. You're a weak. Who said that? I'm confused.
You are a weak.
I'm not even sure.
GMs are weak. What are we?
Oh, it looks like we have Evan Rosenberg and Liam Putnam coming up. So, yeah. So here black is a little bit better, I guess. Still. So let's see how this game ended, though. Why was this a draw?
You see what I didn't win?
King f7. Yeah, I guess it was a kind of a normal draw. I mean, maybe Joseph was a little bit better at some point, but then played a little bit imprecise and then made a draw. It's a nuanced type game, so we're not going to spend too much on it. But meanwhile, it looks like we have a couple of new guests. Looks like Liam Putnam and Evan Rosenberg have finished their game. Thank you, Chloe, for coming here. Good luck to you. And yeah, we're going to have Liam and Evan joining us. The only question is how do we, I guess, yeah, we put a, yeah, Liam, do you want to join here? And Evan, yes, you can stay here. So, all right. So let's start off with the opening. So first of all, Evan, I was very impressed with your opening prep.
You like h5, huh?
Yeah, it was a rare move. You played it quickly.
Yeah, well,
you kind of.
You got to stop g4.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was because the most common move is knight d7. There's like a lot of theory, which I assume you knew kind of.
Yeah, I knew
fair
this
amount.
one, queen b3, queen c7, cd5.
You don't have to share the whole prep. I suggest you not to, just in case.
Reserve
keep it
opponent.
for your next opponent. Yeah, but anyway. So
you know what? I lucked out that I happened to have glanced at this a couple days ago. So I remembered h5.
Yep.
After h5, now my memory is a little hazy.
Yeah, looks like until what moment did you know, by the way, Liam, in this position?
I didn't know h5, but I kind of was improvising with cd5, bishop d2. It was like the most logical way.
Liam gave me quite the eyebrow after h5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see the possibility of playing this bishop b5, which is a little bit weird?
No. But I was looking for stuff like that. Like I was looking at.
Was knight d7 not accurate? Should I just gone bishop e7?
No, then there's queen a4, knight
I think
b5.
knight d7 is okay, but I'm guessing Bishop b5 maybe it's just not that big of a deal, but maybe it's still like the best way to
Okay.
pose problems.
Take.
Yeah, I'm not really that sure. I guess.
But if you go like bishop e7 before knight bd7, I have queen a4 and
Right.
knight b5.
Yeah, that's why I thought I had to just
Yeah.
plot the diagonal first.
No, I think the way you played Evan was very good, and
I figured he was hoping for queen d7 when he has knight b5.
yeah. But that's kind of a basic
Yeah.
trick. No, actually, I liked how both of you played. Okay, maybe.
I thought about knight a4. I don't know why I went bishop f3 first.
So, I figured that if the knight gets to c5, it's actually not such a big deal. Like I was a lot more scared of it on e5 or just on the king side in general. So I just figured I could ignore it and like play around it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah. No, it's you get this counterplay. Yeah, I think you're doing not bad. Yeah, I think Evan, you played the first part really well, and I was also very impressed. I was also really impressed by this decision a5. I wasn't sure if you'll find it or not, but
So
yeah.
So a5 to force queen e1, and now I have
What did
a
you
choice.
what
right?
did you plan after this though? Knight d2.
Oh, knight d2.
Yeah, you correctly.
Yeah, I had already like messed up at
And
this
now,
point. 'cause
now
this is-
I feel like white gives me serious chances.
It's not clear if you ever had a lot,
Yeah.
Liam, but at the same
Right.
time,
So now is where I have to consider: do I go knight g5 or knight g3?
knight g3 maybe was a little bit
Knight
more
g3 was a
accurate.
little bit.
So I thought about knight e5 here. Yeah, I guess
So takes, bishop
Knight-
takes, bishop e2, bishop e2, queen e2, hg, rook f3, and I figured he's going to win the pawn back, right? Queen g5, queen e1,
Yeah,
and I figured he has the
but the
c5.
pawn on g3 though could be really a nuisance, right? For always some tactics, and also his king is permanently weak. There's
Right.
always going to be counterplay.
So I have queen d6, not queen g5. So the point is queen d6.
Queen b8 is also, by the way, moved, like really trying to keep the pawn.
So now I can at least contest the rook on the c file.
Yeah, because the thing about knight g5, no, knight g5 is an interesting idea you came up with, but the
Yeah.
problem is this pawn on h3 is a very good shield.
I'm actually surprised
Yeah.
this is better for white. I thought this was probably like a little worse.
I figured that this would be objectively equal.
But there is some weird move e5, I mean, that you had to play, which is not easy
I
to.
saw e5 at one point. I was thinking, what was I thinking? I mean, I saw e5, and I think that's the reason I played f4 later.
Yeah.
but-
No, f4 I thought was strong, right? Just over.
Yeah, I think e5 was your
over-controlling
last
stuff.
chance, because once you don't, suddenly
And
white
now-
has this.
now I can't, right?
Now you have to suffer in this
Yeah, and I
two
just
result
grovel
game.
with putting my rook on the h file, and I can't make any progress.
Yeah, king h3 was nice plan, you know, blocking the pawn, using the other pieces for more active purposes.
I feel like I got like techniqued for basically the last half of the game.
Now rook c5 was a good practical move.
Yeah, it was my only shot, right? But I needed to wait for the queen to get drawn away, right? To go.
But maybe
Yeah,
some
I saw
e5.
this e5 idea. I saw it though before, like so e5 and then you sack the exchange.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
some
I was
reason I
thinking
thought it
about
would be
that
better
too.
to break the pawns up.
but I didn't know if it made like a difference,
Yeah, it's hard to say,
right?
right?
Because you take, and actually I thought it might have been an improved version for you, right? Because now you have the pawn on e5.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, but the pawn structure is weakened. You're gonna win the pawn on e5. But like, yeah. So queen a7 I knew was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, queen a7 looks a little bit passive, right?
So yeah, of course, yeah. Queen a7 was very passive.
Yeah, now white sort of controls the game. Okay, it's still not easy,
Queen
but
c6 I didn't know.
Yeah, g5 is just.
He opened the position too
Garbage.
much, but I didn't know like when I played queen c6 how to make
So what
progress.
do I do
'cause
here, like,
I always have to defend
a4?
e3. So I was thinking maybe at some point I bring the queen back to like c1 and then move the rook, but it's still kind of tricky.
yeah. Yeah, it's not easy, yeah. So if g5,
Yeah,
and now
g5.
queen d6 is a very strong, easy to overlook, going queen b6 back,
Yeah,
you know, where
that's
you
great.
came from. Only
And
move,
now what I
that
missed-
wins,
What
yeah.
I missed was
Yeah.
the g4 rook g1. Mm-hmm. And
Queen a3 rook g4 is mate, yeah.
Yeah, and then like queen e6 or queen e5, and it's
Yeah.
also, everything collapses. Yeah, queen d6, great move.
and now I'm toast.
Yeah, here, oh yeah, this is what happened in the game, right?
I
In the game, I think this is the line
I'm not
46 d4. Maybe it's
Oh, 46d4, yeah.
when he. Yeah. Oh, and now yeah, Liam didn't play it,
I-
but you just said queen e5, right?
No, that's what I played.
Oh, is that what it is?
And then you played
Oh, what was I?
you played like King G8 and I played E4, I think.
Hmm.
And then
Oh, right,
and
yeah,
then
you
Queen
have,
D7.
yeah, you have
and
rooks-
then Rook G1.
You have Rook C1, right? Instead of taking on.
No, I think everything
or
wins
just-
here.
Yeah, everything.
Queen F3, and then I didn't see Bishop E2. I went Rook G5, which is apparently a little trickier. But then he hung mate with King F8.
Oh, and then Queen D6.
Yeah. Queen
Right. Yeah. So if I take on, I mean, if I take on G5, it's still.
I calculated Queen G3, Queen D1, Queen E3, but I thought maybe so it's Queen A1. Yeah, it's not actually that easy. But I thought instead of Queen D1, I think so. It was after Rook takes G5. I think so. Rook G5 retreat, King F8.
Yeah.
Queen G3, yeah, Queen D5 in that position. I thought maybe that, and then I saw B3. I thought it would be a little tricky, but Queen D4, King H3, this is what I calculated.
Yeah, no, it's good enough, I think. Yeah, no, Liam, great game today. Really, you kept your nerve when your opponent played surprised you in the opening. People was playing well. You took advantage of your chances, calculated well, and converted technique very good. So, good game, both of you. A really good fight, and thank you for coming to the studio. Good luck to both of you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Good luck the rest of the way, Liam.
So, okay, good night. So we still have a few games going on. So let's. So we saw. Okay, so Jurubek Hamrakulov drew against Eugene Yu. So let's see how that one ended up finishing. A good result for Eugene Yu, even though he was much better. But I guess he needed to be a little bit more precise, and he kind of was a little bit imprecise. And now White, I guess, has some perpetual like this, and it would be a draw. All right, so let's see how Grand Shu, I guess he was able to convert this. Like I said, I don't believe in fortresses, so he was able to convert this. Zachary Tannenbaum beat David Grasso. Well, this position is still unclear, so I'm not. But I guess, as I said it, he blundered with Queen G4, and now White is winning with Queen D5. And so in mutual time scramble, he managed to confuse him. And well, actually, Zachary Tannenbaum was like completely losing at some point, but it was like mutual time scramble, and he managed to confuse the matter. And that means he's still in the race to become a Marshall Chess Club champion. You know, with 3 out of 4, 2 wins, but still at least tie for first. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna have anyone coming up. Looks like everybody sort of finished. So let's see what happened in the last few moves in the arena games. So the arena game, we haven't really looked at it for a while, but the problem for arena was that White has this pawn majority, and eventually that somehow broke through, right? He had to give up a bishop. She had to give up a bishop for it, and eventually, yeah, this position turned out not to be a fortress, and I guess White ended up converting it. So I'm hearing a word that we're gonna have Grant coming over to the studio, so we're gonna get a chance to talk to him, probably, to get his take on the game. Meanwhile, let's see what happened in this game. So he did find Rook D5, and I guess that's why he's winning. You know, that's a key move which pins the rook. Probably David Grasso overlooked this key move, Queen D5, and now suddenly White is winning in lines like there, and then very more important H5, and now the knight on F8 is dead. This is a threat, and this is like a terminal pin, and you cannot do a single thing. And eventually Zachary, being a good gamer that he is, converted that position. But this one we should probably flip the board, because we're going to look at it from the White side. Well, David Grasso, I mean, if he lost probably a tough game where he was winning, it would be tough to ask him to come.
Zachary.
Zachary, okay.
And also opponent.
Oh, David is also coming? Okay. All right, so we have Zachary and David coming over to the studio. Yeah, who wants to sit?
Go all the way around. Yeah.
All right, so this matchup was a very intriguing one because you know we have we have a reigning Marshall Chess Club champion against the player who helped him become a Marshall Chess Club champion and directly by beating GM on demand. So quite an intriguing matchup here, and it definitely lived up to the expectation. It was an amazing fight. Both of you had great chances. So we're gonna kind of go through the opening relatively quickly.
Yeah, usually I play rookie 1 instead of H3.
Yeah, rookie 1 I thought I kind of expected
No,
that.
I would usually play rookie FE1.
Oh, rookie 1.
I felt like he prepared, even though I think he said he didn't.
That makes sense, yeah. Well, I think a little surprise makes some sense. So this is all pretty logical. So I guess the first question I wanted to ask is for David. So what went into this decision of rook c8 and rook e8?
Admitting that I made a mistake.
What exactly did you miss when?
You know, I really I missed that he simply had queen f4 after queen f8. I thought that he had nothing going there, and I just it was superficial, very superficial.
Yeah.
I simply thought that he had no way to actually make an attack.
I mean, reaction to be king g7.
So the rook belonged on e8.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was as they say,
place.
if you move a pawn, you can't move it back. But a piece, if you make a mistake, it's not that big of a deal. So I still think you have a pretty normal position. And knight g5 is a good try. And here, Zachary, you played some really good chess.
I thought I should.
Maybe knight f6 was a little bit better somehow with the idea of queen f8 and knight d3 somehow.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Rook e7.
Yeah, that's definitely
Some knight g4 ideas maybe, or maybe not.
Right.
If f4, oh yeah, knight g4 takes,
Yeah.
and queen c5. Oh, and then there's some tactics.
Yes.
Makes sense. So yeah, so that was probably a little bit better. Knight f8, slight inaccuracy, and then Zachary for a while playing
I felt
brilliant.
like there should be too many pins. Like, with
Yeah.
there should be 3 and the C pin on the E file. Like, I thought I should be winning, but.
Yeah, it
And
is.
then, like, I think I probably missed these things. Like, rook e4, like, I don't think I really calculated queen b2. And then he has this queen d2 idea to check on f4. Also.
Yeah, so I guess the most practical was just to go back, and it's just very hard to play. But this one is still winning, but you needed to play rook 1 e3.
Which I did later, but.
Right.
Did you see this here?
Here, but like I didn't want to allow rook c1 and queen f2, but I do have knight f7 there, which I realized later. So
That's what you missed.
I have knight f7 here, and the queen covers f4.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
But later I did do it.
Even rook e5 apparently works.
So rook.
Yeah.
Oh, because bishop.
Yeah.
And if he goes queen f4, then I have.
Rook g3. And it's
Queen
still.
e5 and knight f7. The queen e5.
Knight h. Oh, because
take
this the rook. Yeah.
It's a lot to see in the game.
Yeah. Especially at low time. Yeah. So yeah, you played this one, and this one kind of spoils the advantage to some extent.
The queen e2 is a very good move. Yeah, because if
Although there's also rook c1. So
well,
yeah.
rook c1 is a move. Because
That's
thought
the
that I could
move I
just take.
couldn't. Yeah, that's the move I couldn't justify.
Because I thought I could take and go king h2 and then he lost
mistakenly
protection
that I had
f7.
that I was going the wrong direction there.
And then somehow queen c5.
I did not see that.
Oh yeah, because you defend the f8 knight.
That's
There
what
were
I
like all
missed.
these tricks that he had, even positionally, like it
I
looks like
missed
it
that I
should
can
just be
hold the
in.
f8 knight.
Yeah, it's a very tricky position. Yeah, so
Yeah, rook c1 is definitely what I wanted to play. Take off an attacker.
Yeah.
But here I played rook 1 e3. And
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So rook e7,
Yeah.
and now.
So I know I'm busted, but I'm just hoping that he falls for this, and he does. So,
knight of gray I didn't see that
yeah,
work.
I thought it was clever.
Apparently
it's not the only move. There's also knight c6, rook c3.
Yes, but knight c6 I think is maybe something that I could also be concerned about, because if I take twice on e7, it's queen c1.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just an insanely complicated position. So anyway.
Like, yeah, and he takes a forward check.
So anyways, so let's see what happened in this position. Rook e8, queen here, queen d6.
Yeah, somewhere around like queen b6, I think he offered a draw, but maybe objectively I should take. Well, I mean, I do have like some pin, but I am down a pawn, so
yeah.
I missed f6 also.
Yeah, and I guess knight
this
g4
is
may be better.
Knight
Because at
G4,
this
but
point
it's
I
hard
knew
to
I was
get the
killing
queen-
him, and
It's hard to get the
this
queen
is-
out after knight g4, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
I think
G5, I
knight
guess.
85.
yeah. So what does the
I
computer
guess.
like here as opposed to that?
Well, maybe also not. Yeah, it's still tricky. It's not like it's not that obvious actually. What the maybe rook c5, g5 is some kind of an idea.
Oh yeah. Actually, just threat of rook f5, h5 here, right?
Yeah, also that. Yeah,
Looks massive.
knight d2, and then g5, and then
Yeah.
like this. And then you have to go rook e3, but that's already. Yeah, very hard
Yeah,
position to play with low.
Two pawns up there, but
Yeah, but even this is still kind of okay.
Yeah,
But then
after queen h5, he played queen f7. I thought like only black could win.
yeah, queen f7. Yeah.
Yeah, this is essentially a
Practice.
blitz game, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, then you force
I
the
mean,
queen trade, and then it's
I
like
could still
you-
try to fight it.
When I played to g4, I thought I was forcing the queen trade.
Oh, you mean
I
you
was,
was queen?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a painful
Yeah,
one.
now like because
Yeah.
now there's no defense for it, because knight d4, knight f5.
Yeah.
comes in, e1 is covered, e3 is covered.
Here, I forgot that I can lose with a clock as well as with pieces, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, tough game. It was a very interesting, intriguing fight. Tough game for you, but hopefully you play well tomorrow and recover. You're playing good chess so far, and Zachary,
Thank you.
a clutch win, clutch performance in the end, and still in contention to defend your title. I guess if you can
Yeah.
win a couple of
Yeah,
games tomorrow. So very exciting game, guys. Thank you all for joining. And thank you, David, for joining despite the difficult loss. And
Thank
great to have you as always. And see you next tomorrow, hopefully.
Can't wait. Thank you.
All right. So that's. I don't know if we'll be having anyone else here joining today, but looks like all the games officially have finished. So let's see how exactly did Grant end up beating Arena in the end. How did he break the fortress? So Arena just blundered the rook. Yeah, that's kind of. Well, actually, if she doesn't blunder the rook, is it that easy to win? I'm wondering. I mean, I assume it's winning somehow, but okay, at least that continues going. But that's how she lost quickly. I just blundered the rook. So kind of a pity. Yeah, so that kind of recaps. I guess if we're not gonna see anyone anymore, then yeah, that kind of does it for today, I guess. Yeah, we had a really exciting day today. Oh, I see some chat in the lead chess. Mr. Johnson is a quite impressive player. Yes, I agree. Oh yeah, I see a few people here writing some stuff. Kind of ignored it. Okay, so thank you all for coming. It was some exciting games today, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for the last round, decisive round. Number 5 will be with Nathan Resica. See you all tomorrow. Zoom camera more on GML. Oh, okay.